The Last Kingdom is a pretty epic series, and it's coming to an end. The final season will be its 5th one, and fans are excited to see how this series will end. We have been getting small amounts of information on what could happen in this final season, and also some behind-the-scenes moments to talk about. So, what is going on? Well, stay tuned to today's video, as we are going to discuss The Last Kingdom Season 5, Edward to become Uhtred's enemy after tragic death, and some Last Kingdom behind-the-scenes moments. First up, we have The Last Kingdom Season 5, Edward to become Uhtred's enemy after tragic death. The first thing to cover in this video is what is going on with Edward and Uhtred. Fans were excited to hear that the final season of The Last Kingdom finally has a release date, and that is going to be March 9th. The season should bring to an end all the character storylines we have been following for a while now. One of the biggest things people want to know about is the relationship and ongoing story between Edward and Uhtred. As the series is based upon a book series, fans have taken to the source material to see what could happen in the final season. The book has the flame-bearer Aethelflaed reveal to Uhtred that she is dying. This means that she cannot take care of the future king, Aethelstan. Though her death doesn't happen until later on in the story, because this is the show's final season, it looks like it's going to be moved up. Because of her death, we see Edward attempt to take over as the ruler of Mercia, but Uhtred refuses to bow their head to Edward and questions who will take the throne. If the books are going to play out in this final season, it looks like Edward and Uhtred will be fighting at some point during this next and final season. Though this is the final season of the show, it doesn't seem like the story is ending here. After the series is wrapped up, a film will be released titled Seven Kings Must Die. This film is set to be a continuation of Uhtred's story and will be bringing his story to its conclusion. Obviously, we don't know everything that will happen, so we are going to have to wait and see. Let us know down in the comments section below what you think of it all. And now, on to some Last Kingdom behind-the-scenes moments and news. So what else do we know about the last season of The Last Kingdom? Of course, we know the release date is going to be March the 9th, but what else do we know about this final season of The Last Kingdom? Well, according to express.co.uk, The Last Kingdom was originally a co-production between Netflix and the BBC, also airing on BBC America. Since Season 3, though, it has been under the complete control of Netflix and has continued to thrive. Fans have been left frustrated at the long wait for the 5th series, though, as there have been no new episodes since April 2020. It isn't unusual for such a long wait between seasons, given the fact there was also a 2-year gap between Series 3 and 4. But fear not, as this is all about to change with the streaming service announcing its return. Today, Wednesday, February 9th, it has been revealed that The Last Kingdom will be back for Season 5 on Wednesday, March 9th on Netflix. Much like its previous series, all 10 episodes are going to be released in one go for fans to binge watch at their pleasure. Next up is showing off the cast and calling the crew back together. For the announcement of filming Season 4 of the show, Netflix released a small snippet of the actors showing off who they are and what's been going on in the set of The Last Kingdom. In the clip, we get to see the actors preparing for scenes by getting their costumes on and their makeup done. We also see them on the set of the show messing around a little bit. This moment isn't all that funny, but it's really cool to see the set in all of its glory. This on-set cast moment was great for fans, and they got a little laugh out of it as well. In the same piece of promotional material for the 4th season of The Last Kingdom, Netflix released a clip where Alexander Draymond, who plays Uhtred, calls out his fellow castmates in character. He calls for each of them by their character names, and we see clips of them responding. Each one of them is doing a small and funny skit for their response. It's a funny and different way of marketing the show to current fans. We got to see what goes on behind the scenes of the show and the camaraderie the actors have with each other and the respective characters they play on the show. What about a birthday celebration and working out on set? In another funny cast moment, there was an Instagram story posted by one of the cast members. The story has a bunch of the cast at a restaurant celebrating one of their birthdays. They're all cheering and laughing with each other as they joke about the birthday boy himself. This funny moment is nice to see, as it's cool to know that these guys are good friends outside of filming on set. They have been on the show for years now, so it's cool to see their awesome and strong friendship. The clip was also shared around social media and is in many compilations of the cast. One of our final moments shows us Mark Rowley working out for the show. In the clip, he is showing the camera just how he works out for the character, but in doing so, he explains the moves he is doing in a funny way. He compares him moving his arms around like fish under the water. This moment is really hilarious, and fans seem to love it. It has been posted in so many compilations of the show and on social media. It just shows you how funny the cast is, even off of set with each other. And the final behind-the-scenes moment is shooting other things on set. Our final behind-the-scenes moment involves them shooting a funny clip in the middle of a field whilst shooting the show. In the clip, we see a few of the castmates running around with the horses in tow. They seem to be shooting a satirical slow-mo sequence with the animals for social media. The clip is hilarious as we see them them all laughing as the camera comes in front of them. They were probably just keeping the horses active, and this funny clip came about. This clip is amazing, and everyone seems to love it. And that's the end of today's list. The Last Kingdom's cast and crew seem to be something special. We see lots of shows have these funny moments off the main cameras like Lucifer or other Netflix shows, but this one just seems special. It seems to be something to do with the setting the show has. The show is set during Saxon times, so everyone is in very old costumes, and the set is obviously based around that. This makes the funny moments even better, as it's funny to see these characters dance and mess around in such a serious setting. We get to see someone dressed in full Saxon armor with the haircut and makeup as well, dance around and mess with horses. It's great. The show really has something special with its theme. We really need to see more of the cast and on-set funny moments. These should be released by Netflix, so they get even more exposure. For a show of this magnitude, it's hard to find many funny moments like the ones we have covered on today's list. We really need to see some more clips be released, and soon. The show is still very popular, and fans just seem to want even more. Even with the pandemic halting shooting for TV shows across the world, this show has remained popular without another season being released. It's a testament to how good the show is and how dedicated the fan base truly are. It's been a hard year for shows to keep relevant, and they couldn't release a new season until just recently, and the only shows that have really done this are the super long-running ones like CW's Riverdale and The Flash. These shows came out very quickly after shooting was re-enabled. Hopefully, the show can create some funny moments for the fans, and we can see some more funny cast moments as well. It's great that the final season of The Last Kingdom is being released. Hopefully, it deals with everything that fans have been waiting years for. We need a great ending for this show. It truly deserves it. Fans deserve what they want from this show, and it looks like they will be getting it.